Raucous. Subscribe to Vincent Valentine EX Turk channel.
Alright, YouTube. What's up, guys? Your king in the night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, my archfiends of chaos, and we're here with another Final Fantasy topic and discussion video, just like normal, with no interruptions on this. And we're gonna be doing Final Fantasy 12 since it's highly requested in the comments. We're gonna actually get into 12 a little bit. And it makes sense because the 12 HD collection has came out. So we're gonna be talking about Fran from Final Fantasy 12 and what race she is. And I'm gonna be using the Final Fantasy wiki because I haven't got far in the actual game itself because, well, I haven't. So pretty much she's at least age 50, meaning that her race actually lives for a long time. Now she's from the Uret village. And that's pretty much her people. Her peoples have the tall bunny ears, and that's what makes them look like they're taller than other characters. It's a town where her race comes from. Now, she has left. Now, Fran has left Uret village. I think it's called Uret, or Uret, or Uret. If I'm wrong in the spelling, please correct me. But I think it's Uret, or Uret. I don't know, Eriot village, pretty much. It's pretty much the forest village where her people live. So she's an Eritan, that's where she gets the bunny ears. And it's located in Avalis, in land of Avalis, so pretty much in that area. But she has left the village for 50 years ago, meaning her people live a pretty long life, and the notable villagers from her village would be Jote, the leader of Varia, and Miriam, Fran's younger sister, who belongs in the footsteps of Fran, But pretty much that's where she's from, that's where her race is from. And that's why the bunny ears and stuff like that is pretty much unique, and the fact that she could live a long time, and the bunny ears, the red eyes, and really tan skin and white hair is only unique to Fran's race, the Uret race. So pretty much it's another race in the Final Fantasy 12. And Final Fantasy 12 is actually known to actually have plenty of different races besides just humans. Besides just regular humans. I mean, every other Final Fantasy does, but Final Fantasy 12 is actually one of the most diverse when it comes to different races of different kind of races of different beings. So, yes. So, pretty much, and, pretty much that's it. And like the wood wander Varia in her homeland, Fran dresses in a revealing piece of armor. So, pretty much the sexy armor you see on, Fran the sexy armor you see on Fran is pretty much stuff her clan wears. Her race, her clan wears, pretty much. That explains more of the sexual armor. Besides the fact that Final Fantasy directors are usually, well, on the pervert side. No offense. But besides that, her race of people wears the same armor she does. As for their personality, now each of them have different personalities. But for Fran, she's the most mysterious out of all the characters of Final Fantasy 12 because she's the most reserved among us of people of other races. As Fran rarely displays emotion, surprisingly to her comrades, when she loses her temper in the mist frenzy, Fran speaks in a calm tone, in a distant accent, but rarely speaks to people she doesn't know. When she meets the first time, she lets her Sky Pirate partner, Valthanir, do all the talking for her. So pretty much, well, you kind of already know that Fran and Balthanier are probably, you know, a thing. So just throwing it out there for anyone who's finished Final Fantasy XII, you know, I at least understand some of the lore of Final Fantasy XII, you know. But she acts in a expressively cold, and such as Vaughn inappropriately asked her about her age, which, you know, I'm gonna let you know right now, never ask a female about their age. Just don't. Just don't do it. Just don't. Well, unless you're given ID when, you know, when you're making parentals, if you know what I mean. Then yeah, get that ID. But otherwise, don't ask a female their age. Which you know, but pretty much she's from, you know, Eret village, and that's pretty much where her clan comes from, and these people could live a long time, like they can outlive humans. So most likely she would be able to outlive Balthanier. Now her race and her clan mostly focuses on archery. Now there are some warriors in her clan, from what I know, but most likely her clan uses bow and arrow, uses archery skills, you know. But she comes from, you know, they're pretty much like warriors, pretty much, but only to defend their territory. But nonetheless, that's pretty much all we got for her race. The fact that they were the highly scantily clad armor, the bunny ears, the dark skin, the red eyes, you know, it's all traits her race has. And it makes sense because her clan lives in the forest. The Eret village is in the forest, and, you know, anyone who knows anything about fantasy, anything, knows about dark elves and stuff like that. So pretty much, she's actually a breed of, you know, a type of bunny human. She's pretty much a type of bunny human that's also a dark elf. So, you know, and dark elves are known to be in the forest, pretty much. And most of them are warriors, but more of them are like archers, because it's just a unique type of. It's a unique type of combat. Well, not unique, but to their taste, you know, they most likely focus on archery. So pretty much, if you combine a dark elf with a bunny girl, and I ain't talking about no Playboy bunny girl, I'm talking about legit bunny girl with the bunny ears, then, you know, technically, you know, in technically, yes, then that's pretty much what Fran is. That's what a Eret is. And I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong about the spelling, because I feel like I'm butchering it, you know. I don't know the right pronunciation of that. You know, and I apologize. Yeah, but that's pretty much what I've been using the Final Fantasy Wiki for this video. So give a shout out to the Final Fantasy Wiki. It's a reliable source, besides, you know, SquareEnix.com and some other sources, and Fabula Crystallis Novia website. But that's pretty much what our character Fran. This video is actually about our favorite bunny girl, Eret, Fran from Final Fantasy XII. And may the crystal be with you.
Yo, Percocet, yeah. Miley Percocet, Percocet, yeah. Miley Percocet, rep the set, yeah. Gotta rep the set, gang, gang. Chase a chick, never chase a bitch, no bitch. Man.